Well, my name is Mark Gossiaux. I'm an associate professor in the Department of Philosophy. I've been at Loyola for about 12 years now. I had been chair of my department for about 6 years. And I specialize in the history of medieval philosophy, so I'm interested in history of ideas. Sometimes I teach courses in ancient philosophy. I teach in the common curriculum as well. I'm interested in classical metaphysics. My research focuses on 13th century philosophy, actually especially figures like Aquinas. So I teach courses for philosophy majors in the history of medieval philosophy. I also teach a course on Thomas Aquinas. I sometimes teach logic. I'll be teaching a metaphysics course in the spring semester. In the common curriculum, I also teach common curriculum versions of a medieval philosophy course that looks at the relationships between philosophy and religion in the Middle Ages. I also teach the human person course as well. I will be teaching a philosophy of God course for common curriculum students as well. So when a freshman comes to Loyola, generally the first course that he would take in philosophy would be the human person course. It's very, very central to the entire Jesuit notion of the education of the whole person. So in that particular course, we look at questions such as, very large questions such as, what does it mean to be a human person? Are there any ends to human life? Are there goals to human life? How does the mind relate to the body? Generally, this basic question, who am I? Certainly, what philosophy has always been very interested to do is to cultivate the mind, but certainly we, especially at a place like Loyola, which is a Jesuit university, we pride ourselves on trying to actually develop the whole person. That's a nice classical theme, so the mind is not actually separate from action. So in actually cultivating the intellect, we are hopefully also forming someone's character as well. We make them into better people. In the tradition of the liberal arts, of course, we're not really concerned about passing on a trade, but really just sort of forming, in some sense, the whole person, to give you the intellectual skills, to sort of help you to sort of cultivate your own character, as it were. These are lifelong skills. So I would say that the liberal arts help to cultivate those lifelong skills. So being able to read carefully, being able to think through an argument, being able to reconstruct what someone is saying, to find weaknesses in it or else to support it. These are crucial lifelong skills that philosophy really does help you to cultivate. So in that sense, philosophy is extremely useful. I think just opening one up to a storehouse of ideas is very good. To be able to draw on classical themes, for example, when one is creating new forms of fiction, let's say, whether it be film or whether it be novels or short stories. I think that's actually a very, very good thing. And also what's really interesting in art, of course, are the big ideas that are actually talked about. So that's something that philosophy can help to clarify, I think. We generally carry between 30 and 45 majors on average, basically, depending on our enrollments. Our students have gone on to various schools. They've gone on to law school. Some have gone on to study medicine. Some have gone on to graduate school, actually, for higher studies in philosophy. Well, I think Loyola has a lot to offer. Loyola has a very good curriculum. We have a very young faculty. We've made a lot of faculty hires over the last few years, so it's a very vibrant place. I think that our position in the South as the largest Catholic university in the South is a very nice draw. We have a wonderful location in the city of New Orleans, which is just infinitely interesting with many, many things to do. I think that this is a growing city, that there'll be opportunities here as well. So, and I think that it's an exciting place.